Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah Radabaugh. I am a chiropractor in Worland, Wyoming, and I treat a lot of children in my practice. I also happen to be the parent of two kids who are now 8 and 10. So it is a crazy year to be a parent of school-age children. That is the understatement of the century. And so today I wanted to come on and we're going to do one video today. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. Today's video is going to be my top 5 things to do if your child is going back to school this fall in this crazy year. And then my video tomorrow is going to be top 5 things to do if you are choosing to homeschool this year. I just want to give you my best tips for your child's physical health and mental health as we all do the best we can this year. No judgment here, no matter what you're choosing to do for school for your children this fall. There are no easy decisions right now. And my heart goes out to our teachers and our administrators for making these impossibly hard decisions, and all the other parents out there who are having to navigate these crazy times. So, top 5 things that your chiropractor thinks you should do if your child is going back to school this fall, in fall 2020. Number 1 is sleep, a sleep schedule. It's been a crazy year, and probably your children have not been going to bed on time because we've been home for what? I don't even know, 6-8 months. So Worland schools start next week. Right now is the perfect time to start waking your kids up at, 6:15 is when my kids need to get up. Start waking them up at the normal time, the time you're going to need to get them up next week, so that they start getting tired at a normal bedtime. So it's so key. Kids need way more sleep than many people think. So once I'm done here, I'll post a link to a chart that talks about, or that shows very clearly like how many hours of sleep children need by age. So that's the number 1 tip, is start now on getting your kids going to bed earlier so that they can wake up at a decent time, because getting enough sleep is really important for your immune system along with everything else. They can't focus if they don't get enough sleep. But for the very fact that kids' immune systems aren't at their best, we should be getting our kids to bed at a decent time. Number 2 is taking some vitamins. We're about to throw all our kids together so they can share some germs in a socially distanced way. And just in general, every fall I recommend that's a really good time to start giving your kids some normal, immune boosting vitamins that are really good for their whole system and their development. So the number 1 thing is vitamin D. We live in Wyoming, we live up north, and so many people are deficient in vitamin D because we live up north and don't get as much from the sun as people who live in Florida, for instance. So there's that. A lot of us are just deficient and don't even know it. Vitamin D is really critical for your immune system. It's critical for mental health, for joints, for bones, so many different things. And I just saw a really good article showing how effective vitamin D specifically is for COVID-19. So almost everybody really should be taking vitamin D right now. Here's a couple different options for children that we carry in the office. These are my kids' favorites. This is a gummy vitamin. This is 1,000 IUs of D in one gummy. I'll also post some recommendations on how much vitamin D, because it depends on the child's size, on how much they should be taking per day. So we've got those gummies, or this is probably a more cost-effective option, especially if you have a large family. These are drops, and 2 drops equals 1,000 IUs of vitamin D. And so that's a really easy, they don't really taste like anything. It's just like 2 drops of liquid in the child's mouth, or you can put it in something as well. So vitamins, vitamin D. Vitamin C is also a really great immune booster. those are the big preventative vitamins when we're talking about supporting kids' immune systems. If we are actively fighting an illness, then we add other things, of course. Here's the other thing that I love for my kids. This is a fruits and greens powder. So when you read this label, it has all kinds of amazing things that I would never be able to get my children to eat if I was just handing it to them. But it has things like kale and broccoli leaf and cauliflower and spinach, parsley leaf, chlorella, green tea extract, turmeric, beetroot powder, kelp powder, kale leaf powder. But this is a really great thing for kids because it's so easy to get them to take it. This is the chocolate one. We have different flavors here, but this is my kids' favorite. What I do is I take 1 scoop of this powder, I use a little shaker bottle, and I use 8 ounces of almond milk, and I shake it up with almond milk. They think it's chocolate milk. They love it. That's the easiest way to get it. But this powder, you can use it for in any other way you can imagine. Sometimes I put this in my coffee. You can make a smoothie. You can actually just shake it up with water. There's all kinds of different flavors, all kinds of different things you can do with it. And what I love about this stuff too is it doesn't have any artificial crap in it at all. It's super high quality, has a little bit of stevia as a sweetener, which is a very healthy sweetener. So this is all the amazing immune boosting vegetables that and antioxidants that you want to give your kid a boost, because not many kids get enough vegetables every day. So that was number 2. We talked about vitamins. Number 3 is what they're eating. And then we're going to talk about vegetables. Again, like I just said, most kids do not get enough vegetables, vegetables and fruits, but especially veggies. This powder is a great way to get some veggies in them every day, but really try to focus on feeding your kids healthy foods in general all through the fall, because it makes a huge difference with their immune system and their growth and development. The big changes I would love to see us doing with our children in general are feeding them more vegetables and fruits and less sugar. That, again, sugar depresses the immune system, and so enough vegetables and fruits and reducing sugar makes a big difference. Number 4 is a positive attitude. Parents, we set the tone of our household. We set the tone for the whole community. And how you are dealing with your children going back to school has a whole lot to do with how well that's going to go for them. So again, there's no judgment here on whether you're sending your kids back or not, but this video today is for the parents who are sending their kids back to school. And so approach that with positivity. And, what I've been telling my kids is, so here, some things are going to be different. Here's what's going to be different. Here's when you might have to wear your mask. Focusing on the positives. Oh, look, your best friend is in your class. I wonder what's going to look different. And just, like Mr. Nicholas said a while back, give your kids some practice wearing a mask so that they kind of know what that's like. I am crossing my fingers that they don't have to wear them too much. But again, my point is the way you are treating this whole situation, and it's been one heck of a stressful year as a parent and just a citizen of the world, the way we are presenting this to our children matters. And so no matter what your decisions are, try to put the best out there for your children. I'm not saying to be Pollyanna and not tell them a bit of the truth of what's going on, but we can present that in a way that we make the best of a situation. Yeah, darn Corona, look at all these different things that have been different, but look, you get to go back to school and see your friends. You might have to wear a mask, but you get to see your friends and you get to have a great teacher again this year. So that was number 4, is have a positive attitude with your children. And I would extend that to, let's be as supportive as we can of our community and our teachers and our administrators. This has been an unbelievable year of very difficult decisions. I am so glad I'm not in the position to make some of these decisions, because there are no easy decisions here. And they have our children's best interests at heart, and they're just doing their best. And so we will all get through this together, but a little kindness and goes a long way in being supportive of your teachers and your schools. Number 5, the last thing if you're sending your children back to school is get them adjusted. I am a pediatric chiropractor. My favorite thing to do is adjust children. And when we keep kids well adjusted and keep their bodies lined up as well as we possibly can, it helps their immune systems to function better. It helps to keep things draining properly so that things don't sit in your ears and brew an ear infection. And it just helps to make their bodies more resilient. So now is the perfect time to get your children adjusted. I hope this helps. Again, tomorrow I'll be doing a video on the top 5 things that I think that you should do if you're going to be homeschooling this year, because there's lots of things that we can do to make that the best situation for our children's physical and mental health as well. So I will check back later. If you have any questions or comments, please post them. I hope you have a great week, everybody.